welcome everyone. And we are here in Urdaibai, ready to have a chat between the Urdaibai Bird Center team and the Sounding Wild team. So let's start with a round of introductions from the right.
Hello, my name is Jon. I'm 23 and I work here since the last year in Urdaibai Bird Center. And here we got many projects, for example, conservation of the mass, some birds too, also education of the kids and like that. And the last one is that a project that really enjoy with kids because I get along too with them. So happy to be here too.
Great, thank you, Jon.
Hi, I'm Rowan. I've been working in the Bird Center for 4 years. As Jon said, we work in conservation and also in education. We have a lot of school visits and the public comes a lot too. So yeah, we have a really important role in sharing the wealth of the wetlands and the wildlife with the public.
Great. I'm Axel. I'm half of the Sounding Wild team, and we are on our journey through Europe and Africa, following the bird migration, capturing stories of wildlife and people through these amazing places, amazing migration hotspots that we find on our journey. And I'm sound recordist and everything about sound and listening.
I am Ario. I'm the other half of Sounding Wild Exploration, and I'm the photographer and filmmaker, and we are really happy to be here in Urdaibai for the first part of our trip in Europe. And yeah, that's it. We are having so much fun.
Definitely. So much fun. So quick other question. What's your favorite bird of Urdaibai?
Maybe the osprey.
The osprey, okay.
I have to say.
Rowan? Tough one.
I would say, well, I really like the way the spoonbills are always here. They're so elegant, very visual, and also they really transmit the peace of the marsh. So you're very grateful for that when you're showing visitors or school children that they're there and they always look so wonderfully calm. So I always feel grateful to them.
Nice. Personally, well, the sound of the reed warbler is my favorite, obviously. It's like incredible sound. I can keep listening to it forever. But I've been really looking at the swifts and how they just like keep flying all the time and just like they're always there flying, they never stop. Just incredible.
Yeah, for me, sound-wise, is the nightjar. Because every day we were camping in the middle of the forest, me and Axel, and every night we were going to into the bed with the sound of the nightjar, and simply beautiful. But visually, the goldfinch that I took a picture of near the beach here in Urdaibai is my favorite because of the color that he has on the face, red, and all the or even also the story the situation that I recorded that moment is pretty inside of me. Very, yeah.
Strong.
Very touching, strong.
Cool. Alrighty. Then let's say just quickly what Sounding Wild is. Ari and I were two brothers on our journey of discovery following the African-Eurasian migration route, flyway, that goes from Africa to Northern Europe. And what we are doing now, we're following the European section of it. So we started here in Urdaibai, north of Spain, and we're going to go through Europe. We're going to go through Catalonia, and then the Camargue in France, then Italy, up to Wadden Sea, and then Sweden. And then around November 2022, we are going to start our West Africa journey. So from Morocco, we're going to come back here in Urdaibai, Morocco, and all the way down to Cape Town. And our goal is to bring awareness of the natural world that we find everywhere we go, capture stories, local stories, and also share them with people not only taking the stories away, but sharing them at the locations, because lots of people, even if they're locals, they just miss out on natural experiences, natural behaviors of wildlife. So this is our
journey.
So make sense?
So good. Yeah.
Good. So, Rowan, how did you feel when we first came over, and what were you excited about having us, and what were you also doubtful of, if at all, of our presence here in our project?
Well, I mean, when I first heard about the project, I wasn't really sure what it was. I didn't really know what to expect. And so when you came, I was excited to meet you, and I thought it sounded interesting, but I really had no idea what was going to happen. But slowly, you know, it was a very organic thing, and we worked together really well. You asked me for the things that you needed, and I don't know, it became a really, really nice experience. And slowly we began getting more of an idea of what you wanted to do, and we could help you, I don't know, put that into a form which would be possible and doable here in the Urdaibai Bird Center. And I think it's been a fantastic experience, the process and the result, both for us, for our public, and for, I don't know, future developments, future relationships.
Good. Well, likewise, definitely. It was a great experience for us. So yeah, what we do, we literally, what we aim to do is to go to a location and just understand what is going on in that location, in that environment, not only around the bird center, but in general in the area. So it was great to be able to communicate with you and have loads of information on where to go, what kind of species to find in this period of the year, which is just at the end of spring and the beginning of summer. So what happened after that, we've got all this information, we started our journey in here. So we started going to different locations, experiencing, you know, the...
Wait a second.
I was going to talk about the struggle of recording sounds in in Urdaibai, or in general in the Basque country. And one of the problems are streamers and dogs barking, but mostly streamers. They always start at the wrong time. When a bird starts singing, or when you start talking onto a microphone to run an interview. What happened after that? We met with Rowan and the team, and they told us what to do. We started our journey in Urdaibai, which means finding a place where we could camp, go to all the different locations they told us where to go, to look for different animals. And it was an amazing experience, just being, you know, out there. For the first, it's our first stop, so being able to wild camp and finding something on our wild camp, on our campsite, that then entered our story was great. There were loads of early mornings that no one, you know, enjoyed as much as me. 3:30 a.m. calls, wake up calls, was great. Part of the game though, we have to avoid these streamers and traffic, right? As much as we can, but it's still part of the experience. So
yeah, for me it was easier.
Yeah.
I don't need to wake up at 3:30, but definitely like 6:30 is great, because there's no light, and there's no good light to take pictures of. But you can hear the dawn chorus, and you can see the different birds coming out here and there. And it's nice to have those two guys telling us where to go, and just like we follow immediately what they said, and we just went all over the places.
yeah.
So nice.
What was your most joyful moment, and then the moment that you struggled the most to take picture or something? during the last 2 weeks?
Well, when I took the picture of the reed warbler and the video of the reed warbler, I was like, "No, this is not a reed warbler." And I saw that bird chatting like he does, and it's kind of like, "Oh, shoot." That is great. And I was with the ghillie suit in the middle of the reed, in pure silence, and it was so nice. That it was the most joyful moment. And the sad one, it was the goldfinch that I found struggling with the how's it called?
Fishing.
The fishing net,
fishing line.
the fishing line. It was it was very touching for me. It wasn't that great moment, that really happy moment, but it was really sad.
For me, well, the most joyful was a black woodpecker. As soon as we arrived at the campsite, we literally arrived there, and we could hear this call, and I heard it before already in Italy. I was like, oh wow, there's a black woodpecker. It's great. Just like literally 5 meters from our campsite. It's brilliant. And it kept calling the whole time, and I was like, what is going on? Why does it keep calling? Then we found out that there was a nest, a black woodpecker nest with his chicks, and that's where we got all the amazing recordings. And the struggle, well, it was just avoiding the human noise. That's my constant struggle. That's part of the journey though through Europe. It's always gonna be there, and it's difficult, it's frustrating, because after like 2 weeks of always just fighting against it, it's tiring, but it's worth fighting against it, because then you just find all these amazing stories just hidden here in the reserve, which I think is amazing. So yeah, this was our experience. And then because we want to share our experience, our journey here, we collaborated together to put together an installation. So what we do, Ario specializes in pictures, I'm in sound, and what we have a loudspeaker system, a 10-point loudspeaker system that is linked to VR headset, so we can audience can watch something in the headset while listening to sounds, as I think people should listen to, not through headphones. But obviously we came here and we were like, how can we put it together? It was our first time we were doing this installation, and we were like, Rowan, what do you think about this idea of the story? And then we started developing from it. We started by thinking about voiceover and texts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wasn't really sure about that. I thought maybe, because here that's really difficult, because we really need to include 3 languages. And so the human voices would be very long and quite distracting, I thought,
Yeah.
from the bird song. So we decided to do text in the end.
Yeah.
And that was like really, really nice thing about working with Axel and Ario, that, it's not their project. They really make it a collaborative project. They're so open to your ideas and your opinions, and it's just a pleasure to work with them. And they definitely added like something really special to the center.
Mm-hmm. Likewise. It's been a great experience creating this experience, this story together. Also because for us it's important to do it ethically in the right way also, and not invading areas or places that we are not supposed to go. We have to make sure to just that people don't go there. So it was great to collaborate together to literally do it in the right way. So yeah, then we decided to keep it also in a certain length, not too long, not too short. And then after we developed it, and then we agreed that we were both happy to do it, we decided to do an installation over the weekend. And that's when Jon came in, and it was extremely helpful throughout the 2 days that we were here. So yeah, tell us what you.
Yes, at first, honestly, I didn't know what were you doing. I know that something about sound, noises, recording, but I didn't know how was it, the project. But when the first time I saw all the installation, all the equipment, I said, oh, these guys are really going seriously. So I said that was a good thing, a different thing for the Urdaibai Bird Center, a different experience. And I think that many people was the first time they experienced something like this, and was a good vibe, like all the places, and I don't know, old people, young people, all the ages, like experiencing new things. They don't really know what was it indicating, pointing. All the points was really cool, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and Jon was extremely helpful introducing all the people to the experience and making them feel comfortable also, because again, virtual reality is not something that many people do or have done. You know, we take it for granted coming from London, places like that. We're like, yeah, cool, everybody tried VR. No, absolutely not. And we had a wide range of people, really young people, and really young kids. What was it, like 4 years old, 5 years old, the youngest? Which we always been wary with kids, but they really enjoyed it. And up to the other end of the scale, I think the oldest person was like around 80 something. Was it? Yeah.
In the entrance, it was really, really nice. When we explain the visit, it's usually more or less the same visit, but it was really nice for us to be able to explain that this weekend there's something special. It's only here for this weekend, and it's virtual reality. Everybody was really excited to go and do it.
Nice.
Great.
Well, we hope that people got something from the experience, from the stories that we brought, that we found, and and hopefully we'll see these evolve into new shapes.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think, I really want to see it develop. I want to see as well other sound recordings from other flyways along the route.
Yeah.
And see it grow,
Yeah.
because it's such a cool experience.
Yeah. Well, our aim is to come back here before going to West
to.
Africa. Yes. We will. And to just patch together all the stories we found, and just bring awareness of the natural world, and to make sure that people just maybe learn how to enjoy their own local patches.
I follow you on Instagram, so I'm going to follow you closely. Very
Nice.
closely.
Nice. Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Well, our next stop is Catalonia, so we'll see what we find there. But you already put us in touch with someone there, so that's amazing.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy too.
Yeah.
They are great down there, so it
sure
will
it'll
be
fun.
good.
Yes,
It will be
good.
For sure.
Great. Well, thank you
Thank you
very much.
very much.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Really.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.